Hey fellow backyard boyers, Nick here. So I've been hearing a lot of comments from people, especially my younger audiences, who just either don't have access to a reliable heat source or can't really be messing around with heat, or they just want something a little simpler. So today I'm going to show how to make a fairly decent bow, and it's going to be done without any heat bending, without any flattening. So what you're going to need is a 3/4 inch Schedule 40 pipe. You want to cut it 4.5 feet long. That's 54 inches. You're also going to need a foot long piece, a 12-inch piece of 3/4 inch dowel rod. Now, what I'm using here is birch, though oak is good if you can get it. Any of the hardwoods, stay away from the really light stuff. So what we're basically going to do is you need to measure the halfway point and then 2 inches on either side to make your handle. And then you're going to need a stick of some sort, and you want to mark it at 21 inches. I don't know if you can see that little pink mark I have there. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take this dowel and put it into the center of the bow here. And that 21 inches is going to get it directly lined up in the center. But of course it slid in really easily, so there's two options you have. You can either tape the dowel rod until it's snug and then drive it into the center of the bow, or you could glue it in place. What you want to do is you want to go ahead, you can use a file or sandpaper or a knife and just carefully round off both ends of the dowel. Now, as you can see, the dowel goes into the pipe really easily. There's no resistance. So what we've got to do is we're going to actually cover this in duct tape to give a little more resistance. So I've got my orange duct tape here. You can use any kind of duct tape, and you just want to get enough to cover the dowel once this way. So go ahead, tear this off, and then just smooth the duct tape down. Now go ahead and test it. Still a little loose, so just going to go with another piece of duct tape. Alright, once you've driven the dowel into the center of your handle, here's the bow. If you can see here, the flex has actually been taken away from the handle. So that's what we want. So now we can put nocks in it and then string it up. Alright, so here's the tip here. I'm just going to take my tile saw, or you could also use a 1/8 inch rat tail file. So there you go, just a simple notch. You want to keep that going till about 1/3 of the way through. But you still want, if you can see, you still want a good amount of material there. So now you just flip it around. You do the same thing, you just make sure that they both line up. Alright, now here it is. So we've got both sides, so now we just got to make a string for it, and string it up. Okay, so now that we've got our bow, we've got our nocks in place, what we're going to do is we're going to make a string. I'm going to be using 550 paracord. You could use pretty much anything. Paracord is probably not the best thing to use, but it'll work. You could also use nylon rope. If you go down to any hardware store, you can pick up 1/8 inch, 1/8 of an inch nylon rope, and that'll be strong enough for this bow. If you're going to be using anything but nylon, make sure it has a breaking strength of at least 200 pounds. This has a breaking strength of about 400 pounds, so we're good. Now the reason why I want to show you using this is because nylon is very stretchy, so it requires a little extra care. So what we're going to do is you just want to take it, put it in your knot. I'm not going to bother with any fancy knots or anything. So what you want to do is figure out how you want your string to sit in this knot. So about that far is good. You can see about that much of a loop. So what we do is we take that off. Just tie a basic knot like that. And then put that over the end. There you go. Alright, so what you want to do is, if you're using something that's not very stretchy, like polyester or polypropylene, or you actually have a bowstring, then you want your string to be about 3 to 4 inches shorter than the actual knot here. Since I'm going to be using nylon, I'm going to go about 10 inches shorter. So my loop is going to be about 10 inches down. So for this, I'm just going to tie a real simple knot. Again, if you're using nylon, it can handle knots. If you're using some other cords, it may not be strong enough for the knots. So here we've got our loop, and here's our knock. So now I'm going to string it up to you. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to take your bow here, at the bottom, brace it on your foot here, your leg through, and bring the other side up. And at the same time, you want to stretch the string as much as you can up. Slip it over the knock, get it in, and let go. So now you're going to need to do a little bit of adjusting on this. You can see there's a hard bend here because of where we strung it. So you just impart some flex there, and it'll balance this out. You can see, here it is. So you want to pick the side that's bending more, and that's going to be the top of your bow. You can see. So I'm going to shoot it up for you guys. Alright, so here's the finished bow. So I'm going to shoot it for you guys. Here's my chronograph. I'll be shooting my 435 grain arrows. As you can see, it gets fairly decent speed. So here it is. Alright guys, so you're right above my target here, and you're shooting at you guys. So let's finish this thing up. Alright, so this is a really simple bow. It required no heating, no flattening, and still we got a fairly decent amount of speed out of it. So to finish it up, I'm just going to be using my duct tape. Really simple. I'm just going to go from the belly side first. Just put a strip of tape. Right. And now for the back of the bow. So there it is. Alright, here's the finished bow. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.